Hello everybody, this is Michael, and I was going across the interwebs and I came across this headline here that says Public School History Lesson Compares Trump to Soviet Nazis. And I don't usually do videos like this. I'm vocal when it comes to family and friends and people that I meet that I think need a little bit more guiding, but I don't do YouTube videos like this. This is not something that's common for me, but maybe it should be. Maybe I'm one of those people, you know, that should start doing something. But I I don't know. I found this and I felt like I needed to go over it. So the one of the things that really ticks me off about this is that this is done with taxpayer money. And so that means that I'm not from Maryland, I'm from Texas, but it means that we, the taxpayers, are paying to have propaganda pushed to our children. And this push is what has helped me make the decision that I don't think my children should be going to public schools anymore. And in fact, we homeschool our children because we don't want this propaganda shoved down our families' throats, and then we have to bring understanding and help correct them and so forth. So, as it says here, the taxpayers in Maryland are funding anti-Trump history lessons that compare the president to the Soviets and Nazis. An unidentified teacher inserted the propaganda into a slideshow used in an advanced placement history class at Loch Raven High School in the city of Townsend, according to the AP. A slide depicts President Trump above pictures of the Soviet Union flag and the Nazi swastika. The slide caption read, "Wants to round up group of people and build a giant wall." And oh, that's why this sounds so familiar. But thankfully, it says here that the Baltimore County Councilman Wade Cash, I don't know, called it a piece of propaganda that didn't belong in the classroom. So that's some gleaming bit of hope there. But it's still very, very concerning that these are the teachers, these are the people who are in charge of our children for 6 to 7, 8 hours, depending on whether or not they're in school, after school programs. They are in control of your children for all of this time, and they get to say nearly anything that they want. And unless the kids come forward and say something, it'll never get reported. And that is pretty nerve-wracking, pissed off inducing. I don't know. I don't know. It says here, right here, the topics being discussed in the class included world wars and the attempts by some leaders throughout history to limit or prevent migration into certain countries, and isolation and out of context with the lesson. The image could be misunderstood, the school district said in a statement. Well, yeah, the information is going to be misunderstood, or it's going to be understood the way that the teacher wanted them to say it. If students are capable of drawing their own conclusions, as the public school official spokesman suggested, then why not just teach students the historical facts? For example, maybe students should know the Nazi Party or the National Socialist German Workers' Party were big government socialists, but I guess then the students might conclude that the Nazi and Soviets have more in common with the modern left than with President Trump. And this is true. This is true. People hate the fact that the National Socialist German Workers' Party has this word right here. But that was the goal, socialism. That was the goal. And here we have a president who is not doing that. I wouldn't have voted for him if he were. It doesn't say what age group this is, and I wonder why this teacher seems to be protected, because she's not being called out on it by anybody. They don't have a picture plastered all over the place. It's just not there for some reason. She's being protected, which I find really odd. But then again, maybe it's not that odd because she is not a conservative. Had she been a conservative pushing some anti-left propaganda, she would have been plastered all over the walls, and you'd have hands up, don't shoot, and so forth happening, Black Lives Matters and whatnot. But here we are, a conservative or a non-conservative ideal being pushed onto children, and it's an unidentified teacher. Go figure. Alright, well that's going to do for this video. Sorry, I just had to get this off my chest. I hope it wasn't too bad. Like I said, I don't really know. I don't really do videos like this. So I just wanted to. I saw this information. Conservatives don't usually read. I actually don't read any conservative newspapers. I don't watch Fox. I don't watch anything conservative as far as the news goes. Yes, I watch some opinions, but the only news that I read is the left, and that's actually how I found this. It was on the, but they had it on one of their pages, and I happened to see it. So this is on. Well, I'll put the link to the actual article down in the description below so that you can see it. But I hope you enjoyed finding this little piece of information, and hope you pay more attention to what your kids are being taught in schools. This is not just for high school, or for high school first and foremost, but it's also for public and private school. And be aware of what your child is being taught. One of the things that Hitler did and made sure of was that he got children as young as possible so that he can teach them what he needed them to know. And here we have a school getting the kids and teaching them what they think they need to know. So be involved with your children and pay attention to what they're learning, because it's extremely important now more than ever. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.